Oh man, am I excited to show you guys this. This, my friends, is the RSI Zeus Mark II ES. A new ship from Star Citizen, Cloud Imperium Games. And I have to say, on first impressions, it's mighty delightful. I have to give you a little tour. There's two variants available, this one and the CL version. Now the CL version is a bit of a cargo variant, whereas this is the more kind of exploration, kind of all-rounder ship. But let's get a good look at the ship here. It's not a big ship by any means. It's not massive, but I think for most people that play this video game, I would assume this would be more than enough. And I really like the styling of this thing, and it's got, and this is a new thing here on the channel, Ollie 43 approved feet. Yes, that's right. I don't know why, but I'm very particular about my spaceship feet. This is fine. I like it. Anyway, let's give you the tour. It's actually a really good ship. I had a quick little sneak peek before I jumped on and started recording. We're playing the 3.24.2 patch, which is not out yet, but is coming soon. I have to say, the patch is awesome so far, and I really love the new visual changes they've made. But look at this. Before we go any further, ladder access. Wonderful. We'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, let's give you a little look. The reason, by the way, I like these feet is because they're big and chunky, and there's loads of clearance. That's what I'm looking for in my spaceship. Lots of floor clearance. So when you're out and about, random terrain, you don't have to worry too much about, you know, hitting rocks or whatever. So it's a nice big feet. I like it. Right, so in the back, I've already opened it up for you. We've got some components. We've got a fuse box, cooler, power plant, battery, which is not in yet. We've got a fire extinguisher. More on that later. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss my first ship catching fire. We've got a jump drive, cooler, power plant. These are also, you know, normally covered over with a nice bit of animation and sound. Animation and sound. There we go. Delightful. Yeah, I really like how this cargo deck area is presented. The CL is even better. Nice little thing here is the fuel tank behind the glass. Kind of like that. It's kind of a nice touch. Moving through the ship, you've got a really nice little hab area. So we've got some lockers here, so you can access inventory. So you can have one each, which is cool. A little shelf, seating area, delightful. I will say as well, it goes without saying, the lighting in this ship is really nice, especially along the floor. I think that's a really cool little touch. We've got some bunk beds here, shelf on that one. We've got a bathroom, which is lovely. You know, it's your usual space toilet. Brilliant. I don't know what to say about the space toilet. It's a space toilet with, I guess the interesting thing to note is it's a single tap situation rather than the crazy people's double tap. Honestly, anyone out there using two taps, you need to question what you're doing with yourselves. Do you want boiling water or freezing cold water? You just can't make up your mind, can you? Anyway, let's continue. On this side, we've got a nice little window, which is nice. Stops it from feeling so claustrophobic in this section. Nice little kitchen area. Again, single tap, which is great. We've got some delight. Listen to this. I'll increase the volume, but this is delightful. Oh. Lovely bit of drawer animation. Another little window to the outside world, which is great. Yeah, lots of storage and... Oh, sideways, eh? Oh, it's the little things. I love that. That's great. So lots of space to kind of hold things at some point or another, which is kind of cool. Well, I guess, you know, in all honesty, at this point, this area is a little bit redundant other than to store crews and food and stuff. But hey, if you're doing the whole roleplay thing, That's wonderful. Cool little staircase. Love the texturing and stuff. So nice. The amount of detail in this ship, by the way, kind of insane. It goes without saying, a lot of the ships in Star Citizen are like this, but another fire extinguisher, which is... They obviously think the ship is going to catch fire. There's a lot of fire extinguishers everywhere. It goes without saying, the amount of detail in this ship is, you know, exactly what I've come to expect for Star Citizen ships that are coming out at the moment. We've got some nice suit lockers with some delightful animations again. It's funny, I've noticed recently they've started labeling all the lockers here. So here's a weapon locker, weapon rack, sorry. They've started labeling. They never used to. And I'm wondering that's because in videos I've looked at cupboards and gone, oh look, an escape pod, and it's actually a suit locker. So now there's no room for confusion. I'm not going to stand in here hoping to escape. I'm just going to, you know, put my suit locker in here. Oh, emergency exit. Oh, now you've just confused me, Chris. There's the staircase that we saw before, and here is something that I absolutely, this is top tier feature for a ship. There's the bridge. We'll get to it in a minute, obviously. It looks very nice. We run out, and excuse the graphical artifacting, I think that's a me issue. You can just hop out of the ship, and, you know, if you really fancy it, you can stand on top, and I wouldn't recommend it for flight, but it's a really nice look at the top of the ship. The amount of detail and all the rest of it. Oh, it's great. A little bit of lighting. Say hello to the pilot. Hello, pilot. But yeah, I'm a huge, huge fan of this. I'm surprised, actually, because I suppose what you could have done is have a ladder pop out from here. I don't know. It's kind of cool that it comes in like the middle of the ship, I suppose. But yeah, just interesting thing to note. It means you can hop out quickly. I like it. So yeah, anyway, that's an awesome feature. Then you've got the bridge. The delightful bridge. Another fire extinguisher. Man, they really don't trust me, do they? The weapon rack that we mentioned earlier. We've got some really cool underfloor missile housing, which is super, super cool. It's even, you know, got some ambient lighting under there as well, which really adds to the non-claustrophobic vibe, or trying to kind of evoke, like, trying to remove that claustrophobic feel inside of a ship. Because, to be honest, the bridge is quite small. There's not a huge amount of room, you know, and it's quite pointed as well. So it'd be very easy to make this feel claustrophobic, but I think they've done a really good job of removing that. Anyway, so we've got the twisty RSI seats with some cool animations. The screens pop out. Look at that. Oh, it's so good. And with 3.24.2, we've got the new delightful screens, which I'm a huge fan of. I'll get to this in a live stream or a video at some point, but these are awesome. And I also love the new... I'll call it, if I look at chat here as well, it's kind of like... Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. I really love it, and I really hope they don't change it. It kind of evokes a CRT hologram vibe, and it's a little less clear to read. It is. Just factually, the text here in the chat is not as easy to read, but it looks so cool. And the same here for like the on-screen UI and the stuff down here. It's just a little less clean, and that's okay. I don't mind that. But obviously, this is all different per brand of ship. So you've got all the different settings here. Scanning configuration. This is a new one. So you can actually change what appears on your HUD, which is cool. You've got gunning options as well. So lag pips or lead pips, fade pips, all the pips. Really nice. Well, yeah, like I say, I'll get to that in another video, but from a Zeus standpoint, lovely view. You can see quite far back behind us in the pilot seat. It's kind of hard to look upwards, which is a bit of a shame, but great view underneath. I would say That's just like, this is a feature of RSI ships in general. I mean, I can see out above, but not at, like, I can't look up and see if the hangar doors are open from here, which is a bit of an issue. I mean, if I do that, I can kind of see, but you get what I mean. But overall, really love this section of the ship. It's lovely, and I'm very happy to see they've removed the Constellation bar that they used to have for the Constellation. They've kind of made it a lot more visibly, well, there's a lot more visibility in the seat, so I'm very happy with that. So anyway, that is the Zeus ES. Let's have a look at the CL and see how it compares. Okay, so here is the beautiful Zeus Mark II CL, my personal favorite out of the two. It's got a secret, I would say a weapon. It's not a weapon. It's got a secret to it, which is absolutely next level and makes it by far the better out of the two. But you guys will have to let me know what you think down in the comment section when we get to it. You've probably already seen it before, but anyway, this is the main difference. Slightly bigger cargo space. So it's got a bigger cargo grid, I believe. Remember in the other one we had a straight staircase down. It's also moved back a little bit. So we've got a much bigger hold here to put stuff in, which is great. Same obvious sort of compartments. Not on that one, but on this one. There we go. Yeah. Don't have the fuel thing anymore. Weapon rack. Oh, I'm sad about the fuel thing, because that was cool. But yeah, so more in terms of space for cargo. I like it. It's quite nice. The other thing I really, really like, by the way, is this little glass panel showing the kind of ramp arms. They're really cool. Don't know. That was just a really nice touch that I really appreciated. But yeah, the interior is also a little different. So if we go in here, you can see that the chair that we had is just an embossed wall. Got 3 suit lockers rather than 4? Is that right? Or was there just 3? Either way, we're definitely missing the seat. And then, excuse me, that was rude. Can I? Oh God. Let me out! Thank you. On this side, we've got the kitchen kind of sliced back a little bit. So we've still got the window, still got the single tap, but a slightly smaller kitchen, missing a few more cupboards. But in my opinion, worthwhile trade-offs. You know, the front is all the same, but there is one more thing, which is delightful and cool. Let's open up here. And we sit in the co-pilot seat. I'm not sure if you can do it in the pilot seat. I couldn't do it before. But if we go down here, enter remote turret. Oh yeah. So it's kind of hard to demonstrate, honestly. But you see the little arm there with the tractor beam on? So it's a really, really clever system. I'm really bad at explaining stuff. I'm sorry. But it is so clever how it kind of moves about and how it gives you a better angle for putting cargo in the ship. And like it moves away. So for example, if I'm grabbing something there, you see how the arm is like moving? It's not just pivoting. So that's really cool. Like for example, if I do that, you can see I'm no longer over the ramp. So if I turn, it kind of moves me away from the ramp. So that is going to make cargo moving in and out of this ship so much easier than anything else. So yeah, I have to say, oh man, it's so cool. Look at that. Very cool. So this immediately, everything else is a bonus, like the increased cargo space. But yeah, to be able to move cargo in and out with the tractor beam not being completely useless is great. Absolutely love it. One thing I will say though, this UI, delicious. Absolutely delicious. But there we go. That is, I'll give you a better look. Love that. Give you a better look of the CL in general. Obviously, you can change the paint job. I really like the white. I mean, this yellow and black warning with the blue is nice and everything. Don't get me wrong, but I'm a much bigger fan of the Zeus in white, personally. But yeah, that is the Zeus CL. Let's see what the retraction landing gear is like. And if those wings move at all. Oh, they do. Oh, yeah, they did a great job with the underside of the ship, by the way. I really like it. There is a remote turret as well. I feel like I've missed so much. But yeah, it's sleek. Look at that. Beautiful. So the wings move in. Oh, nice. Awesome. Awesome ship. I'm looking forward to putting it through its paces, doing some more with it. Like I say, if you want to see more, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.